Hey friends, Ben Brook back. I hope you have been enjoying quarantine as best you can. I am in the process of planning an overnight backpacking trip, and I wanted to bring you along, especially those of you who might not be able to get out and enjoy it. I'm in my gear cave today, and I want to walk you through the whole process that I take, starting out with some planning, looking at some maps, some books, some options as to where I can go. So, welcome, and hope you enjoy this. Okay, let's see. Maybe someplace in the Uwaris. Could do the Uwari Trail. That would be 40 miles. Here we go. This is exactly what I need. This is something that's manageable during this shelter-in-place time period. Perfect. So, we have some packs to choose from. I'm going to take my Klymit. This is the old, if you can see, Motion 35. What I did was modify it. I put on this front pocket that clips to the front, so I have like a place to stuff backpacks and things like that. Not sure if I'm going to need that this trip. Like I said, I want to go light. Very simple pack. Okay, I want to go lightweight, but I don't want to go too light. So, this will be my kit of choice. Features the Optimus windshield, which just clips on like that. This is the Assetto New River pot. I like it a lot. Lightweight, it's got a grippy bottom that doesn't slide. It does not have either a pouring spout or measurements, which is a strike against it. It does have a nice super lightweight lid with a steam vent on the side so you can drain things. So, I carry a collapsible cup for coffee and for measuring. And my little stove kit here. Voila. Assetto. This is the Amicus. Super fast setup. Spins on nicely. And that's that. I have a lighter for backup, but this particular one has the piezo ignition. So that will be my cook kit. Okay, let's talk menu here. I do have my ore sack and a lock sack, but I don't think I'm going to need these on account of the kind of wildlife I expect to encounter. So I'll set those aside. Okay, one of the things, this is a dry camp, so because of that, I am going to make sure that I take plenty of water. I may take more than this. I like the Aqua Clips, very convenient, and these I've had for 6-7 years, something like that. All right, let's talk meals. Dinner the first night. I'm going to go with the grown-up mac and cheese, 4 cheese. It's got Parmesan, cheddar, Swiss, and blue. And I think that's all I'm going to do for dinner. Maybe I'll grab some bread or something, but feels heavy, makes 3 cups. That should fill me up. For lunch, well, breakfast on the next day, actually, we're going to go with the classic biscuits and gravy. Now, I don't expect that I'm going to be super hungry on this trip. The hiking is going to be relatively light compared to some trips I've been on. And so as a consequence of that, I'll probably split this in half and put half of it in here. But that'll be part of it as well. Lunch will be the last meal before I head out. We'll go with some ramen. I'm going to add a packet of tuna, some hot sauce, and some seasonings. I have a nice curry in here I think I'll use. And then a snack, I'll take some Kalamata olives, love those. And a couple Propels just to keep me hydrated despite the temps. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, I'm going to be taking my morsel spork. This is really nicely designed. This is a silicone or rubber molded rim that becomes a pot scraper. It's got a straight edge and it's got a rounded edge, so every corner works really deep, good for the bags. Love that aspect of it. And last but not least, coffee. This is a crucial part of any particular trip. So I'm going to carry my own coffee grounds. This is Costa Rican coffee. And a luxury item. This is my Bialetti Mocha Espresso, made in Italy. That's going to be my coffee maker. So that, my friends, will be my food options for the trip. Just a 1 day, 3 meals, that's all. All right, let's talk shelter systems now. I'm going to use this, which is a Dutchware 11-foot hammock. Compresses down. I have some Thermarest straps that I'll use. I'll show you in a moment. Yeah, these are they. These are the Thermarest straps that I was telling you about earlier. Compressed down. I usually have them a little bit nicer, but just cram them in there for now. They'll work fine. And I haven't used this in forever. This is my Eno Pro Fly. I believe I got some steaks in here. Definitely have cords. Well, we'll have to see. If not, I'll grab some. It's good to use things you haven't used in quite some time. So that's my shelter system. For insulation, I'm going to go with my kind of mid-season. This is the hammock quilt from Snugpak. And I have modified a jungle blanket, also from Snugpak, to create an underquilt. And this is good in the 40s, and I'm hoping that's what the temperature is going to be. We had a frost advisory last night in this region, but I'm hoping where I'm headed, this will be warm enough for that. So that's my insulation. And last but not least, a luxury item, my REI Co-op FlexLight chair. If I'm going to be sitting around a fire, I need something to sit in. So that will be one of my luxury items. All right, so the last couple items that I'm going to include this trip, I need a means of fire, and that's going to be my Light My Fire Army 2 fire steel with just a leather loop I picked up somewhere, and my cutting utensil, which is the Falkneven F1 Air Force Survival Knife in VG10 steel. Superb cutting tool. Okay, there she is, fully loaded, and I just weighed it, and it is 19.7 pounds. That includes full water bottles, fuel, and everything. You can see how this little front thing hangs on to the pack now. Okay, we are ready to roll. Good morning. It is a little past 6 o'clock in the morning, and I am in my car. Probably can't tell that the best, but anyway, that's where I am. And I'm getting ready to head to the trailhead for my overnighter. So stay with me. Okay, well, this looks like the trailhead. So let's see what we got here. All right, simple walk. And we're off. Okay, so I don't think it's going to take me too long to get to where I need to go today. But as you can see, I have my pack on, and I am headed out, hoping that I can find a good campsite here. And I will certainly let you know how that goes as I proceed. This is where I drop my pack. You can probably hear the early morning birds that are out and about. So this site is not very far from the road, or a road, and so consequently you can probably hear that too. Over here I have a tree, and I think what I'm going to do is hang between this tree and this tree, which is right above my pack. Yeah. And there seem to be some wild animals that are moving through this campsite as well. And so I'm going to have to be cautious. I'm going to have to be careful with my food when it comes to these wild animals. As you can see, they're quite hostile and are intent on trying to, press me. So this is going to be one of the challenges that I experience here for sure. But I'm going to go ahead and unpack my bag and set up my hammock. Oh, there's another one of those wild animals. Yeah. So this is a dangerous site, but I'll do the best I can. I ended up deciding to go with my Ursack to protect my food, given the animals in the area. There's my ProFly, my hammock, and my straps. All right, let's get busy. It's about 35 degrees this morning. Using the Thermarest slacker suspenders. This property on which I'm camping has a small building on it. I've survived another encounter with the wild animals. I'm feeling a little bit better about it. I think I'm just going to have to secure my food in the earth sack and maybe try to cook a little ways away from my camp. Hey, remember that I made a mistake. It's the first thing to go wrong on this trip. This fly, Pro Fly, is a good one. I've had it for 6 or 7 years, but I've only had this hammock for about a year, and I haven't used the Pro Fly with this hammock. And in fact, the Pro Fly is much shorter than the hammock. And all of that means that I'm without shelter right now. Even though the day is supposed to be fair, I'm going to need to hike back to the trailhead, and I'm going to have to get back to my car, get back to my house, and try to get another shelter, drive back to the trailhead, hike back to my site, so that I have shelter provided tonight. So it just goes to show that when you buy gear at different times and you haven't used it in that combination, you ought to always do that. So sorry about that. We'll see where it goes. All right, I'm going to say goodbye to my camp right now and start hiking back to the trailhead. It's along this beautiful, lush, kind of forested grass, light going through it. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but we'll see, and I'll keep you posted as we're going. Oh, I'm already back at the trailhead. Well, that really didn't seem like it took long. I'm back. It's another deep cut. This is a Crazy Creek Crazy Tarp. I haven't used it in probably 10 years. So let's see how this works. Fortunately, there's very little traffic. In fact, there was no traffic between my house and here, which is great. So let's see how this works. Few quick notes while you're watching me here. I like to use a Siberian hitch, which is a quick release but very secure knot on one end of my tarp ridgeline. And it's very simple to do, very easy to do. On the other end, to get maximum tension, I use something called a trucker's hitch. The trucker's hitch makes use of a bite in your cord to become like a pulley, and that really allows you to get superb tension on your ridgeline. And usually I just finish it off with a simple kind of second loop to keep it in place. I don't know if it'll focus on that. That's just how I did it. It's a quick release with an extra layer. So one of the features I like about this Crazy Tarp is it's peaked, which is really nice. But as you can also see, this one has the same problem as my last one with this hammock. So that means yet another hike to the trailhead. Well, I'm back. Third time's the charm. This is my Hammock Gear Journey tarp, which is a 12-foot tarp, which I bought for this hammock and the Warbonnet Blackbird, and stakes and ropes. So let's get this bad boy set up finally. This tarp, what I use is a Ridgeline. This is from Lawson Line. I can't remember what he calls it. And I use toggles. I'll show you. No surprise, this one's worked perfectly. I think for now, I'm going to just leave it hanging and I'll stake it out tonight. That didn't take long. Turn it down. Put the coffee on. And that, friends, is how you make a really good cup of coffee. Cheers. It says 8 to 9 minutes. Let's get some gravy, folks. That's some good eating. Beautiful morning. The sun is rising up in the trees. It's good to be out. Well, it's warmed up considerably, and I am currently walking along a little path. Let me show you. Exploring the woodland area around this area. It's beautiful this time of year. Plants are just beginning to spring up, but I'm looking for firewood. And I came across this, which looks promising. And this. And this. So, this camp area has a little sort of patio-like thing here. And a fire ring, as you can see. So I'm going to be utilizing this dead and down wood for a fire, and I need to process that now. So, through a stroke of luck, I happened to find an Agawa Canyon saw, which will make my wood processing much easier. I've cut up these pieces here, and what I'm going to do now is lash them together to create a sawbuck. Okay, I want to start with a clove hitch. Like that. Line these up. lash around. Let's see. Work through a couple times. Easier said than done. Then tie it off the same way with another I could do this barely. All right. Ooh, barely. Maybe. All right, just barely got another close hitch in there at the end. All right, that's lashed, and then I'll pull them apart into a V shape. Well, by sheer coincidence, I happened to find a hatchet. That's great. I'll use that too. All right, here we go. And you can kind of get the idea behind how it works. Basically just holds up the wood, and it'll allow me to saw it. When I'm done, I can take it apart and leave it behind. Again, all this is constructed out of dead and down wood. See some fat wood in there. Curious, you'd really think the wilderness would be quieter than this. Alrighty. Olives, you may recall, tuna, and ramen. What we've got to do now is figure out a way to get this tuna in here. Moses. No person. It's not bad. Well, hello folks. It is a blustery afternoon here. I am taking a moment to relax in my hammock, and I think I may just take a little nap here. I mean, why not? That's why you come out to the wilderness, is to be on your own schedule. So yeah, I think that's on the horizon for me. I'll see y'all in a bit. Okay, so it's reached that hour where I need to clean up. I'm sorry I didn't get to show you all dinner. What I'm gonna do, I think, yeah, there's a chance of rain in the morning. So I think what I'm gonna do here, put my gear under my tarp. So let me do that and I'll show you what's up. Okay, so as you can see, there are some beasties out, but these cords definitely reflect well in the light, which is good. All right, inside I have stowed under my tarp my chair in case it rains in the morning. I will pull together my door tonight before I go to sleep. And I've got my Ursack hung here, way too close to camp. But these are unusual circumstances, as you well know by now. I just need to move my stove and pot under the tarp. If it's raining tomorrow morning, I can scramble out and get my Ursack and get my food and go from there. So that is the plan at present. A little bit different. Couldn't have a fire because of high winds. Didn't want to risk any kind of flames, obviously. But it is time to retire in my home. So let me put these up, and then I will show you what's inside once I'm snuggled in. Alrighty, got my down jacket. I got my green hammock blanket, and underneath I have my, right here, sorry, lighting is tricky. This is my hammock gear, homemade hammock gear under blanket. Pack and everything right there. Stove down below, I just need to stow the door. Well, hello. Obviously I'm in my hammock now, and feels good. I'm tired. Been a long day regardless. So it feels good to lean back and relax a little bit. And the plan is to enjoy a good night out here in the hammock and to see what happens in the morning if it rains. I think it may rain a little bit. It'd be great just to wake up with that, be cozy in my hammock, make some breakfast, most importantly coffee. So if any of you ever watch Shug Emery, Sean Emery goes by Shug. Shug often talks about breakfast in the hammock and his Medaglia d'Oro instant espresso. Good stuff. But my Costa Rican coffee is really good, and I'm hoping for that in the morning. Looking forward to it. So, all right, I'm a little tired, as you can probably tell. So I'm going to bid you all a good night, and I will see you in the morning for the end of this video and end of this trip. Thanks for watching so far. I hope you've gotten some amusement and some enjoyment out of it. Appreciate it very much. Bent Brick out for tonight. Good morning, y'all. It's still dark. Just wanted to let you know that my precautions last night in bringing things under the tarp were good. It is now drizzling, and I'm going to go back to sleep. Well, this is my morning view. It's beginning to lighten up a little bit out there. Tarp has stayed perfectly watertight, as I knew it would. And yeah, nice little rain falling. It's atmospheric, makes you just want to burrow down more in your, in my case, a top quilt and my hammock. Well, what a night. Very quiet. I was out cold, and then woke this morning to a little bit of rain on my roof. So I got to muster the energy to climb out of my sleeping bag and regain my Ursack with my breakfast in it. Keep going on that. Good morning again. I have made it out safely to retrieve my Ursack and to use the bathroom, and now it's time to set up my coffee. But I'm just kind of warming back up again, here in the hammock with my over top quilt on me, just because it feels really good to get back in here after getting a little chilled by the rain. Temperatures probably upper 50s is my guess right now. So let's see if I can overcome my sleepiness to get some coffee going. All right, there we got my Amicus under my tarp. You can see maybe the rain line over there. And there's my Bialetti. So the goal here is to get some coffee going ASAP. My breakfast is just Pop-Tarts, so that will not be difficult to manage. But that's good, no fuss. That's perfect for last morning in camp. There we go. Cherry Pop-Tarts and coffee. Those are the essentials. Okay. All right, friends, that is a positive omen there. That's a good sign. New river pot. All this has worked really great. That's what I'll do. Just leave that open for now. When it first starts coming out, it will probably be pretty gentle. It's not until it really starts hissing at the end that it starts shooting out. And you might be able to tell, I just rinsed this out. I didn't bother to, wash it heavily or anything. All right, the pitch has changed. Here it comes. So you can see it's just filling up and makes a really, really rich, creamy coffee there. Didn't take long at all. All right, let's get... A little tricky here, friends, but the world is always better with fresh coffee. So cheers again and happy morning. Sorry about the gentle sway here. But wow, this has got to be one of my favorite sights to wake up to. When you're warm and cozy and you've had a great night's sleep and you're in your hammock and you look up and you see the rain beating on the roof. Just makes you so happy that you're warm inside this cocoon of a hammock. Ah, so nice. Hey friends, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed doing it. Obviously this was a little bit of a spoof. I was in my backyard and able to enjoy a dinner out with my, well, not out, but takeout dinner with my family. But I just want to encourage all of you who are watching to think about ways that you can enjoy nature despite shelter-in-place orders and despite this mess that we're all in together. And if you do something, if you film it, if you post it on YouTube, let me know, tag me on it. I'd love to see it. And I hope you're able to get out. And if you can't get out, I hope you're able to enjoy even a silly little backyard backpacking trip like I just experienced. Truly, this morning, waking up in those quilts with the rain on the tarp, that was heaven. It was exactly what I needed. It's something I've been needing for a long time, and it's something I'll probably repeat many more times before I'm able to get back out in the wilderness and actually stretch my legs properly. But I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any comments, any suggestions about things that you'd like to see from me, please let me know. If not, this is Bent Brook, out. Thank you.